Hey, hey, hey! Today's banjo tidbit is about playing in 3/4 time. And I've got a little bit of something for everyone. I'm going to go from beginner to intermediate to advanced, so each of you should hopefully get something out of it. We're going to start with the most beginner, which is just a roll pattern you can use for 3/4 time, and that sounds like this.
1, 2,
Trusty
3.
strum machine.
1, 2, 3.
So played more slowly and isolated without the backing track, it sounds like this. So for the sake of practice, I have this F-shaped G chord in place, and the roll pattern is simply 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And because the timing is different than most of us are used to, I find it helpful to actually speak the roll pattern before trying to play it. So if I say 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, that might help you get the cadence. So again, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. On to the next one.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So this one's a good bit trickier than the last one, but it's really fun and it sounds super traditional, which I think is really cool. It automatically gives you that good old-fashioned sound on the banjo and gives some really nice and often very necessary texture into a 3/4 time tune. So I'll start by saying that the tune I'm working with here on Strum Machine is Angel Band. It's just 1-4-5 chord progression. And what I'm doing here, and all I'm working with, are 2-finger bar chords. So here's a 2-finger bar-shaped G. Here's the bar-shaped G, using the 2-finger version of it. And remember, if you're using the correct fingerings, you'll have ring finger on first string, middle finger on second. So bar-shaped G, bar-shaped C, and bar-shaped D. And this little sequence I'm going to show you is based around just that. That's it. So I'm going to show you on the bar-shaped G the picking pattern, and it sounds like this really slow. So what I did there is I slid it up on the second string, took the whole shape, the 2-finger bar shape, back to the 10th fret, slide in on the second string, picking that with your thumb. And once you get there, you'll play this little phrase. So I slid in, and then you've got the bar shape in place. You'll play 2, 1, put your pinky up on the 14th fret first string and play 2, 1 again, pinky off, 2, 1 again, and that's as far as we got. So let me play that whole thing really slow. Next phrase sounds like this. And what that was pinky comes up to 14th fret first, and you'll play 1, take pinky off, and you'll play 1, 2. Sorry, screen going dark there. So that's the whole sequence, and the whole thing slowly sounds like this. So you can use that on each of those chord shapes, and if you were to do that, it would sound like this. So that's all fine and good, but I know you're probably wondering what happens when you don't have time to do that full sequence over the chord change. So if you're not staying on one chord long enough to do that whole thing, then what are you supposed to do? And that came up in this tune Angel Band that I chose, and that's why I chose it, so I could show you what you could do in that case. And I'm going to play you this chord progression. It goes a measure on G, and then a split measure C to G. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Just give it a listen real quick. Oops.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
G, G, C, G.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So all I did there, when it's a split measure like that, is I just play exactly the same picking sequence, but I split it. That's all there is to it. So in this case, it went from C back to G. And again, the picking sequence is like this. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. I'm just going to do that exact same thing, but divide it. So I'll play 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. So I just play, let's see exactly, where does it end? 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. When you bring pinky up for the first time, that'll be the last note on the C, and then you can slide back into the G, or whatever the next chord is, on the second string, which is the next note in that sequence. And now for you advanced players,
1, 2,
here's one you might
3.
like.
1, 2, 3.
Played more slowly and in its simplest form, sounds like this. So as you can see, for one thing, I'm working on a G chord, and it's moving between the F-shaped version of the chord up to the D-shaped version of the chord. And so what you're going to do is start on the F shape, and you're going to pick the 4th string, and then you're going to pick the 4th string again, and as you do that, slide up to the D shape. So you've got 4, 4, and then here you are in the D shape, and you'll play this phrase right here. So what I did there was play 3rd string, play 3rd string again, this time fretted with your ring finger at the 9th fret, and then 1 and 2 together. So all of that together sounds like this. So the fingering on that for right hand is important. What it's going to be is thumb, thumb, index, thumb, and then 1 and 2 together with the 2 fingers. Next phrase sounds like this. And all that was a little walk down. You bring your ring finger back around to the 9th fret 3rd string, pick that with your thumb, take ring finger off, pick it with index, and then go back to where your ring finger belongs in that chord on the 4th string, 9th fret, and pick that with your thumb. And that's the whole lick, so it sounds like this. And once again, you're going to find that you don't always have time to do this entire sequence if you have a quick chord change, as we do in Angel Band. So again, in this tune we have, it goes
1, 2,
G,
3.
we've got
1,
plenty of
2,
time,
3.
and then C to G. So what I did there is just split it down the middle. It goes C to G, and so I'm going to do the first half of that sequence of notes on C's. So I've got my F-shaped C, going to slide it up to the D-shaped C like this, and then the second half, just go to the G. So that's it. And that about wraps up this banjo tidbit. So hope you guys have fun working on this one, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend!